Yes, hi everyone. How are you? Uh, am I audible? And let me know if I'm visible as well. Yeah. So, hi everyone. How are you? I hope you all are doing good. Please confirm in the chat box if I am audible and visible as well, right? And let me share my screen as well. Hi, Shailesh. Hi, Utpal. Yep. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend, right? Thanks, Shailesh. Hi, Dhananjay. Thanks, Jana. Thanks. Thank you, everyone. So, how are you all? Good evening, Deepak. Good evening. Hello. So, how are you all, guys? How did you spend your day? Very good evening. Let's go. Let's go. What's your original name? So, how did you spend your weekend? Netflix and chill? Yep, I'm also good. I'm also good. I'm also good. Acha, Ankit Shetri. Okay. I would suggest you to please change your username because you want people to recognize you by your name, right? Not by any other name. Right? So, that's my suggestion. That's my suggestion, but it's up to you. Whatever you want to, you can keep it. Okay, so I hope you guys are all doing good. So, any doubts from the previous two sessions? If you have, let me know. So, any doubts from the previous session? Right? Any doubts? Anything you want to ask? Anything? Well, by in the meanwhile, people are joining. Anything you want to ask? Yesterday we covered till states, right? Yesterday we covered till states, and today we'll be doing virtual DOM. We'll be doing use effect, and also we'll be making a portfolio project, right? Okay. So, no doubts. In how many days we will cover this course. So Tekai, this is the last day of the boot camp, right? It was a 3-day boot camp, and today we'll be winding up the session with the project. All right, okay, right. So okay, I hope you guys watched yesterday's recording, right? If you were not able to watch the yesterday live session, so yesterday we did very two important concepts that are very important as per your interviews are concerned, right? And they are props and states. I hope everyone has got a clear cut idea of what are props, what are states, right? Where do we use props, where do we use states? Tekai says, is 3 days enough for learning React? See, Tekai, as I told you, right, this is just a boot camp. What is a boot camp? A boot camp just gives you the gist of the course, what a gist of the language, right? What is it about? Why do we need it? And some important topics. But if you want to go into depth, if you want to go into details, if you want to get, if you want to make good projects, so I would suggest you to enroll for the full courses that they have, right? This is a just a boot camp which will give you enough knowledge so that you can at least get started with, more than get started with. I think I'll be covering most of the topics here, but some topics which are advanced topics like context API, you have Redux, you also have various hooks, right? So that things are to be done, right? You can learn by yourself, or you can, if you want the placement authority also, you can, and enroll for the full course. So I'll show you about the details. Here is the So they have currently two courses running DSA in Java, right? In some in some time, all these full stack development courses will also be there. So this will include uh, both the front end part as well as the back end part, right? You can go ahead with this one if you want to get in-depth knowledge. But obviously this is paid, this is not free, because you get placement support and all the things, right? And so also, good evening, Priyanka. And so also today we'll be having a Kahoot session. So please make sure that you stay till the end, and he'll be getting prizes as I told you, right? Top three, third, the third ranker will get 1,000 piece off in the course. Second, I think 3,000, and the first ranker will get it absolutely for free. This use context for passing data from child to no. See, Utpal, it is also all the hooks that you have. Let's suppose you have a prop that is not a hook, obviously. You have Redux, you have context API, right? All these things are made to pass data from parent to child. If you want to pass it from child to parent, you have to do some adjustments, and you have to take जिसे कहते हैं ना जुगाड़ जुगाड़ करना पड़ेगा उसमें, but it will work, right? ठीक है. So without wasting any time, okay, let's get started. So the first topic that I have today for you is what is a use effect. Okay, it's a hook. Anyone knows what do you mean by hook? First of all, before coming to use effect hook, I'll explain what do you mean by hook, right? Anyone, what do you mean by hook? What are hooks? Anyone got any idea what do you mean by hooks and things like that? Anyone? Anyone? What are hooks? No one? Have you heard of hooks? People saying that React hooks are most important, right? Hooks are nothing. What are hooks? Anyone? Because anyone got any idea what you mean by hooks? ठीक है. हाँ. So चलो I'll take. हाँ. Let's go disconnect. Hooks are nothing. ठीक है. Hooks are predefined functions. ठीक है. हाँ. Predefined or built-in. This is the same thing. Predefined functions that can predefined functions that are reusable in nature. ठीक है. And provides you with features. Provides you with awesome features. ठीक है. Awesome features like user is a hook that I'll be covering in depth, right? Features, and also one more thing, and managing side effects. ठीक है. What do I mean by side effects? I'll tell you very shortly with the help of an example. ठीक है. Side effects, right? Right. So okay, so hooks are nothing. You must have seen in C++ or in Java, like you have some predefined functions, pre-built functions that you can use. Let's suppose you want to sort an array, right? You have something called as array.sort in Java, right? So what you can do with this, you can sort your array without even writing a function, right? This function is not been made by you. It is already predefined. It is already inbuilt, right? You just have to use it. So in React also you have similar kind of functions. They are called hooks. Okay, hooks are predefined functions that can provide you with awesome features, right? So, and also they are used for managing side effects. Okay, what do I mean by side effects? I'll quickly let you know. So let me hop over to this. Okay, so this is the code that we did yesterday, right? We made a counter application and things like that. So I'll quickly do one thing. I'll quickly do one thing. I'll just go and change the directory to demo application, and I'll start the folder. Okay, I have started the folder. Now let it run. Let's wait for some time. Zoom code, more. Is it fine? Good evening, Naveen. Good evening. Okay. So this is the code that we did yesterday. Now, as you can see, okay, this, now I'll tell you where is this data coming from, right? What we did yesterday, I'll just give you a gist of it if you guys are not aware. So we created two components called hello and hello one. Okay, these things, and we had an app.js. Inside that, we called an API. All right. After calling an API, we converted it into a JSON, and we had changed the. Okay, is it okay now, Deepak? Okay. Right. So what will happen now? What will happen now? As you know, this I created yesterday. What I did was I created I fetched an API. I converted it into a JSON format, like as I told yesterday, and now I changed the state. Right, as I changed the state, it got re-rendered. Now, as soon as it got re-rendered in my count, what have you got? You got a response, and that response I'm sending via prop to hello. Okay, via prop to hello. And now if I go to hello, if I console.log props.response.title, this is the title of the movie that I'm getting, title of the product that I'm getting. So it is, as you can see, it is calling unlimited number of times. I'll tell you the reason for it. If I again refresh it, see, it will be calling unlimited number of times. See, it is not stopping. It is keep on calling the data, keep on fetching from the server, keep on fetching from the server. Okay, so this is called a side effect. Okay, now I'll tell you why is this happening. Yeah, I'll tell you why is this happening. Okay, so what is happening? See, I told you, right, whenever your state gets changed, it causes a re-render of your web page. I think all of you know that, right? It causes a re-render. Now, as soon as you fetched a data, right, you had changed the state. Now remember, as soon as you change the state, the page will get re-rendered, right? It got re-rendered, whole code will run again. Now it will again come to this, it will again get re-rendered. Now the whole code will run again. Now it will again come to this, it will again get re-rendered. So what is happening? It is getting re-rendered, re-rendered, re-rendered. There's nothing to stop it, right? So that is the only reason why it is calling multiple times, and that is the only reason why you see unlimited number of API calls in your browser. Okay, that is a side effect. Okay, and hooks can prevent you from causing these side effects. Okay, so now there's a hook. Now there's a hook called a use effect hook. Okay, I'll quickly tell you what is use effect hook. First of all, let me just close the server because it will run unlimited number of times. Okay, now I've closed this. Okay, now I'll tell you about use effect hook. Use effect hook that will help you manage this side effects that you are getting, right? Unlimited calls that you are getting. Okay, so what is the use effect hook? Right, so see, it is calling till now, right? So what is the use effect hook? I'll tell you. uh, just give me a second. Just give me a second, please. Yeah, so sorry for that. I was receiving important text. Okay. So, what is a use effect? Okay. Number one, as I told you, it will first of all what it do. It will manage the side effect. So my first point here will be if I am asked about a use effect, I'll tell you that it is a hook that is used to manage the side effect. Okay. I told you what do you mean by side effects, right? Side effects in your compo. Okay. As simple as that. Now, so for example, whenever you fetch a data, whenever you fetch data from an API, okay, your state will get updated, right? Updated, and as a result of that, it will cause a re-render, right? Cause a re it will cause a re-render. What will happen with that? What will happen as your page is getting re-rendered? It will call the API unlimited number of times. Like unlimited number of times. Okay, it will call the API unlimited number of times. For example, again I'll tell you the example. Let's suppose you have something like this. Okay, right? I have called an API, right? I am changing the state, right? The state is getting changed, and as the state is getting changed, because state causes a re-render, it is re-rendering. Again it is coming to this point. Again it is calling the API. Again it is re-rendering. Again it is calling the API. Again it is re-rendering from line number 12. It is calling the re-render. Okay, that is a side effect that we're having. Again, if I come here, if I start the server, npm start, okay, I'll again show you the example. So let it run. Yeah, here we are. So now if I show you, see, wait for the API to call, wait for the API to call. Okay, so it's saying network error. Just give me a second. Let me refresh it again. Why is it not calling the data? Just give me a second. Let me see. Let me run it again. CD demo application npm start. Okay, now it is calling the API. See, it is calling the API unlimited number of times. Okay, correct. So as you can see, it is calling, it is again calling and calling, and it will go on till rest of your lives, till the API call limit is reached from the server. Okay, now a quick question: how do you manage this? How do you make sure that a page is re-rendered, but you have to somehow make sure that only your API call is done a single time? Side effect in a component is the multiple running when the API automatically calls. Yep. Okay. Now you have a way to control that, and that way is called a use effect hook. It is a hook that can help you manage your side effect. Okay. Now, how do you use a use effect? First of all, you have a keyword called use effect. Okay. It is an arrow function. I'm making it an arrow function. Now, this is what you have. Okay. This is the uh, what do you say, the uh, what do you call this, the function, the function call that you have, that you want to write. Right now, inside this I want to call my, what do you say, function only one number, only one time, right? So I'll quickly comment this out. Now I'll create what you call is an IIFE. Okay. Those of you who don't know IIFE, I will let you know, but I'm making an IIFE function. IIFE stands for immediate invoking function expression. Okay. Now I'll invoke an IIFE. Now I will copy the same line what I did, right? These lines from here, and now I'll paste it here. Okay. I have commented this line, well and good. Okay. And this here, this is called a dependency array. Okay. Here you will mention that when should your state be changed. Okay. If I want, I can mention count here. Count is my state. Okay. So this means that it will cause a re-render only when my count state has been updated, right? But I do not want it, right? I even have an option to leave it blank. If I leave it blank, my code will, the use effect code, whichever code I have written in use effect, it will only execute once. As simple as that. Now if I come to my browser, now if I refresh, see, it has only called one time. Okay. Earlier what was happening, it was creating unlimited renders, and that was the only reason that was I was getting unlimited console.logs in my state, in my console. But now with the help of a use effect hook, I have managed the side effect. Okay. Now let me explain it to you more clearly. So let me cut a screenshot, take a snapshot of it. Yeah. Okay. Let me quickly come here. Okay. This is the keyword that you have to write. Right? Use effect keyword. All right. Okay. I have also got to cover IAFE. So this is a function. This is an IFE function that I have created, which is async in nature. Okay. IIFE async function. Okay. And this is the logic that I have written. Whatever logic is there, it will be only executed once. Okay. This you have is a use effect logic, right? And this here is called a dependency array. That means on which state will your array be dependent? Will your use effect will your use effect will be will your use effect be dependent? DEPENDENT. Okay, dependent. Dependency array, sorry. Okay. Now, so got it right. So what is the use effect? It is a hook that is used to manage a side effect. Right? Side effect could be due to anything. For example, if you are fetching a data from the server, it is calling unlimited renders. We have to stop that. For that thing, we use a use effect hook. Now, what is the use effect? Use effect hook. How do we use that? Yes, Naveen. Okay, what is the use effect hook? How do we use it? So we mentioned a keyword called use effect, right? We have got a async function that is up to you if you want to use an async function or not. That's totally fine. This is a side effect logic. Okay, use effect logic, and this is a dependency array. This makes sure that on which state will your array will your use effect will be dependent. Let's suppose I come here and I type in count here. Okay, count is my state, right? Count is my state. So what will it will cause a re-render. So this will be exactly same as not using a use effect, as it will also call an unlimited re-render. Why is it calling an unlimited re-render? That is why, because you have mentioned a count in a dependency array. Whenever the count is changing, it is causing a re-render. Okay. If I leave it blank, that means it is not dependent on anything. It will just execute once. It will just execute once, and that is the only reason why you have got the output only one time. Okay. Okay. That was about user vector. Now, what do you mean by IFE functions? Okay. What are IFE? Okay. IFE stands for immediate invoking function expressions. Okay. It stands for immediate invoking function expressions. Okay. What is the syntax? How to declare an IFE? So first of all, you what you do is you make two parentheses. Okay. Remember this parenthesis whenever we have, let's suppose you have a function called hello, and if you want to invoke it, what will you do? You'll just type in hello, and this is how we invoke a normal function, right? Whatever. Let's suppose I have a function called hello, and I want to invoke it. I mean, this is how I'll invoke a normal function, right? Now, an IFE is a function that gets invoked immediately as soon as you write it, and that will only be executed once. Okay. So I have an async function. Now that how will I call a function? Just like I call a normal arrow function. Just like I call a normal arrow function, like this. Okay. And here I can write whatever code I want. Now this code, whatever I write inside IIFE function, it will only be executed once. Okay. Now you guys now might be wondering that then what is the advantage of IIFE? Like, why do we use IIFE? It's just because it is reducing the number of times. How it is reducing? So let's suppose you have a function called as hello, and let's suppose you want to call that function thousand times. Okay. Obviously, how will you do it? You'll type hello. Let's suppose if you're not using an IIFE and you have to call a function thousand number of times. How will you do it? You'll write hello thousand number of times. As simple as that, right? But if you use an IIFE, you don't have to invoke it explicitly. It will automatically be invoked as soon as your component gets rendered. So that is, you're saving your lines of code as well as you're writing cleaner code. That is the advantage of IIFE over a normal. Okay, very simple. So that's what I have did here. That's what I did here. I wrote an IIFE. It is a normal function. It is a normal function that I have, and this is used for invoking. I've also invoked it at the time of its declaration. So just like normal function, I've used it inside a use effect, and this is my use effect, which does not have any dependency array, and that is why that is the only reason why it is only running exactly once. All right. So is it clear, guys? Why do we use effect? What is the use of use effect, and why do we use IIFE functions? What is the difference between JS and .js? Falgish, it's totally the same. You can use JS, you can use JSX, whatever you want. Yeah, it will not create any impact, any difference. Okay, is it clear? Yes or no? Is the use effect part clear? Guys, that is clear. Uh, Dependency array will depend on a button click. Uh, Button click. I'm not having any. No, not exactly, because see, I'm calling a function as soon as the page is getting re-rendered, right? That is the only reason why we are using it. If you want to click a button and you want to call a API and a click off a button, you have to use onClick for that. That is a separate thing that we have. So basically, use effect is used to call a function only once. Yes, Vishnu. If you leave this dependency array blank, it will call the function once. But if you have any state here, that means it will cause a re-render on the state getting changed. If I type in state here, Okay, it will cause a re-render as soon as my state gets changed. Sorry, as soon as my count, it's count, right? As soon as my count gets updated. So here I'm updating the count. Here it is get updating. That means it will call a re-render unlimited number of times. Updating count, calling the use effect. Updating count, calling the use effect. Updating count, calling the use effect. That is the only reason. Okay. So you do not pass anything right here. Yes says what if we do not pass any array? If you do not pass any array, then also it will cause unlimited re-renders because it is not dependent on anything right now. It is just a normal function that we have. So if I come here, if I see, it is calling the API unlimited number of times. Okay, so that is why in order to call a function only once, you have to use it inside a use effect. It is that simple. Okay. All right. Got it. Guys, clear here? So what do you mean by IFE? Anyone in the chat box? What do you mean by IIFE? What are IIFE and what are they used for? Tell me. Anyone? What are IIFE and what are they used for? IIFE are immediate invoking functions to remove multiple pre-render. It was calling the API only one time. Yes, yes. If you do not have, if you have a blank dependency array, it will only call the API once. Okay. That is the only reason why we're getting multiple renders. Deepak, IFE are used to manage side. No, IFE are not used to manage side effects. That are use effects that are used to manage side effects. No, Vishnu. No. Got it, right? Got it, everyone? I hope it's clear. Okay. With that being said, use factor is clear. And remember, it is a hook, right? It is a hook. So, okay. Now, the next topic today that we have is a virtual DOM. Okay. Is a when we use live, when we use live, when we return as soon as it's defined. Yes, as soon as it is defined, shake. As soon as you define an IF function, it will run immediately. And that too only once. Okay. And what if we have to call a function with arguments? So see, if you have a function with arguments, then you can go ahead with normal function. It's just that if you want to call anything only once, you can use an IFE function. That's it. Okay. Chalo. That being said, let's move ahead to virtual DOM. Okay. Any idea what is a virtual DOM? And this is one of the reasons why we also prefer React because of its virtual DOM. Any idea what is virtual DOM? Anyone? Got any idea what do you mean by virtual DOM? So I'll tell you. I'll not tell you the answer. I'm expecting you guys to answer, but I'll tell you this thing that it is one of the reason why we we also prefer React. Okay. Okay, I have got several answers. It won't impact the real DOM by but two. Okay. Naveen says pseudo DOM used for manipulating using React. Yes, Naveen, you are correct. It changes. It makes changes virtually instead of the actual DOM. Right. let's go to say it's a temporary memory. Yes, you can say to the temporary memory as well. Again, you can say it's a temporary memory as well. Okay, so I'll tell you the full definition. It is, first one, it is also commonly known as VDOM. Okay, now this is like a copy slash reference of your real DOM. Okay, just a copy and a reference of your real DOM. Okay, this acts like a virtual DOM. Okay, what do you mean by virtual? Means fake, right? Fake. Uh, Fake means not exactly fake, but it is calling a replicate. Right? That is, a copy of it. You can say, right? Copy. So instead of this, I'll say this is a copy. Okay, a virtual reference of DOM. Okay. So see, what happens is, let's suppose, right? Okay. So what happens is, let's suppose you are, I'll give you a very I'll give you a situation. Okay. Let's suppose you are a developer and you are coding in JavaScript. Okay. And so let's suppose it is a very big project. All right. And you are accessing DOM. How do you access DOM? You you do get element by ID, right? You do get element by class name. You do, let's suppose you are getting the reference of whatever the value is being typed in the input box, e dot target dot value. Okay. Obviously, so if it is a big project, that means you have to access your DOM ample number of times. Okay. Very ample number of times. So what happens with this? Your code that you write and the source code that you have, or the application that you have, tends to slow down. Okay. Why does it slow down? Obviously, because you are accessing the DOM many times, many times. Okay. That is why React has a concept of virtual DOM. Okay. What will it do? It will just create a copy or a reference of your actual DOM. So you have an actual DOM, you have a virtual DOM. Now, all the changes that you make, okay, if you, let's suppose, if you are accessing the DOM tree, all the changes that you are making in your DOM tree, it will make it to the virtual DOM instead of a real DOM. Okay. And after some time, let's suppose you are making 10 calls. Let's suppose you're making 100 calls to the virtual DOM. Okay. What will it do? It will first store some calls. Let's suppose you have made 10 calls. It will store 10 calls on the virtual DOM, and in a tick of a cycle, it will go to the actual DOM. It will fetch. It will change. It will then make the change to the real DOM. So what is happening? Instead of 10 times, now we are accessing the DOM only one time. Again, what is it doing? All the changes that you are making, it is getting stored in the virtual DOM, and virtual DOM in pieces, in packs, affects your real DOM. Let's suppose you make 10 virtual DOM. Again, you make 10 reference of your DOM. What will it do? It will go to the real DOM. It will store all the 10 calls that you made, and after some time, it will only go once and fetch all the things that you and create all the things that you did in the real DOM only once. So the things that you are creating 10 times, you are accessing the DOM 10 times. Now you are accessing the DOM only one time. Okay. What has happened with that? You have decreased the number of virtual DOMs, reference to your virtual DOMs, and that eventually has made your code and your application faster. Okay. That eventually has made your code and application faster. Okay. This will eventually make your application faster, because it now has because now uh, this will eventually make your application faster, because now it has less number of DOM references to make. Okay, as simple as that. That is why we use virtual DOM. Okay. Now there are several important concepts related to virtual DOM. Okay. So one, let me scroll down the page. No, okay. That's all. That's all. Virtual DOM has to be. I would just want to explain this point, that it is a virtual reference. That means it'll it will what do you say? Create a copy, and that copy will be the exact replicate of your real DOM. As simple as that. Sir, I want lecture, second lecture and first lecture. So, Devendra, all the lectures you will find on the LetsUpgrade YouTube channel. Go to the Reactjs playlist. There you'll find day 1 and day 2, and this is day 3. Okay. So, with that being said, virtual DOM has been covered. So, any doubts in the virtual DOM? If you get asked in interview what is the virtual DOM, will you guys be able to answer it? Naveen says virtual DOM must be consistently reside in memory. Yes. How do you set calls made from virtual DOM? So Naveen, React will automatically take care of making calls to the virtual DOM, of making calls to the real DOM. You do not have to take care of that. Yeah, React has got packages for that, which will store all the calls in the virtual DOM, and after some time, it will go to the real DOM and make the changes. You don't have to worry. React does automatic. I have to mention this point as well. Okay, React does automatically all the work itself. Okay, so yeah, that was all about virtual DOM. Is it clear? Nana says yes. What about others? What about others? Is the virtual DOM part clear? What do you mean by virtual DOM? If it gets asked in the interview, I think you guys will be able to answer it. Naveen says yes. Okay. What about others? Naveen and Diana Granger said yes. But to MC clear. Okay. Vishnu clear. Okay. What will happen if multiple quotas are working? No. See, Naveen. Multiple coders cannot work in the same DOM, right? So, and if they do, it will store. It will take care of itself. You don't need to worry about it. Then suppose your friend is working on the same project as yours, right? That's what you wanted to say. In that case, what will happen is it will store again. So what is the use of virtual DOM, right? It will store your calls, and after some time it will go to the real DOM and fetch it. That is the only function it performs. Okay, whether there are 10 people or 20 people, it does not matter. Okay, Rushikesh clear है, Arpit Sharma clear. ठीक है, I think I've got any doubts still, any doubts still far? So someone was saying how do you get the lectures. So here is how you will get day 1 and day 2. If you go here to LetsUpgrade, uh, LetsUpgrade, right? This is the live that is going on. Click on their main channel. Go on to playlist, and there you'll find a React.js playlist. This one, right? Click on this, and here you will get day 1 and day 2. Here you will get day 1 and day 2. Okay, and this is day 3 that is going on presently. All right, Naveen, correct. Sheikh, clear hai. Fahad, clear. Great, that's great. All right, clear with the part. Now, after that, So we have covered use effect, we have covered IFE, we have covered virtual DOM. Okay. Now the thing is remaining, that is the portfolio part. Okay. Sir, virtual DOM when React update. Nishant, quiz will happen at the end. Okay. 10 to 20 minutes before the session ends. Sir, virtual DOM when React update the state, it creates the new virtual DOM. Later async with the real DOM. Sir, virtual DOM React updates the state. No, see, virtual DOM is created only once, right? Your React has the capability of creating a virtual DOM. Yeah, it is kind of a memory that you have. Yeah, all the things will get stored. It will go to the real DOM. Virtual DOM will be get emptied. All the things will come again. It will fetch to the real DOM, and it goes in pieces. It goes in takes of a second, right? Let's suppose in 10 seconds, whatever calls you make in 10 seconds will be stored in the virtual DOM, and after 10 seconds, it will go to the real DOM and will only change the references. That is why it is used. Okay. Now, you have something called as a right. So now we'll be continue with the what portfolio page. Yeah. See. Yeah. So something. So as we are doing it in React, so we will divide it into multiple. Okay. So I'm thinking the first component should be something like a profile, something like this. Okay. Something as your profile photo, and let's suppose some lines. All right, some lines. Let's suppose some main taglines for your what you want to add. You can add here. Okay. And this could be your experience section. Let's suppose. So I wanted to make it a profile section. Okay. This here you could have an experience kind of a thing. Okay. So experience will again it can contain some your where have you worked so far and your experiences, right? Your work history basically. Okay. And this I am also planning to make a profile section. Or let's suppose we can have a not profile. Let's suppose a skill section, right? Skills. So skill section you can have. Okay. In skills again. So HTML. Let's suppose CSS, JavaScript, React, TypeScript, PHP, and things like that. Okay. And also I'm thinking of having a footer section. So footer section will also contain what? It will contain your profile links. Okay. And this could be anchor tags instead of these could be anchor tags, right? And here you could have some text. Let's suppose contact me and things like that. So this could be a proper profile section, and these will be divided into separate components. So this will be this will be a different component. This will be a different component. This will be a different component. This will be a different component, and this will be a different component altogether. Okay, this is how I'm planning it. From design perspective, I'm thinking it will need four components for provide. Yeah. So yeah, four components. One for profile, one for experience, one for skills, and one for footer. This will be a kind of footer kind of thing. Okay. Footer kind of. right? So let's quickly head over here and let me clear all the things that I have, or let me comment. Or do you guys want me to make a new app, new project, a new? Look again. Let's make a new. Yeah. Let me give it. So how do we create a new application? What is the command, guys? It is npx create React app, and here you give the name. Let's suppose I'm giving portfolio. Okay. Now let's wait for it to get created. Not npx. It is npx create React app, then the name of your project. Yeah, it'll take some time. Let it. Yes, yes. Okay, so it'll take some time. Let it finish. No, it's not outdated. I will not say outdated. It is, and in fact, it is most widely used. Possible question. So Naveen, there'll be all be based on React. Okay. And yeah, top three winners will be awarded, right? First will be award with absolutely free course you'll get, and second you'll get to be 3,000 off, and if you come third, you'll get to be 1,000 off on their courses. Okay, that has placement assistance. No, Fahad, we are just using simple plain CSS, not Bootstrap. We'll be using vanilla CSS for that. Okay, now we have a portfolio project right here. Okay. Now let me do cd minus. Let me do cd minus minus. Let me do npx. Sorry, not npx. Let me do cd portfolio. No, cd demo applications. And inside demo applications, I have portfolio, right? cd portfolio. And I'll do npm start. Ganesh, you will get the certificate after the end of the session. So if you have your percentage, the progress bar above 50%, you'll be eligible for a certificate. So, all right, with that, we have figured our application, right? This is our React application, wonderful spinning logo, right? Now I'll quickly come here. So I decided that we will have some components. First, let me make a component folder. Okay. So what are the possible components that we could have here? Right? It will be a profile, experience, skills, and footer. Right? Profile, experience, skills, and footer. So a new file, let's suppose profile.js. Let's suppose experience.js, and I'll have a section called skills.js. I will have a section called footer.js. All right, we have got all these things there. Okay. Utpal, we did after usework, we did only a single topic, that is virtual doc, and after that we started a project. Okay. You can watch it later on, but you can. I would suggest you to watch the live recording first. All right. Okay. Now, first you have the experience section, right? So let me uh, right? So now let me first of all make, what do you say, functions. Okay, let me make an arrow function. Okay, this is an experience section, and I'll say h1. This is experience section. All right. This is the footer section. Footer. This. This is footer section. This is the profile section. Okay, this is the profile section. And this will be a skill section. Okay. Why is this coming here? Let me do this part. Right. Now, what is the next step? What is the next step that we have here? The next step is to import it. So I'll quickly come here. I'll remove all these parts. From header, I'll remove, yeah, all these things. Right. Now I'll quickly import all the sections. So let's first I want footer. So no, first I actually want the experience, right? First I want the experience section. Then I would want, no, first I would want the profile section, right? So profile section. Then I want the experience. Then I want the skills. Okay. Right? I have the profile section, I've got a experience section, I've got a skill section, and I have got the footer section. Okay, that's the thing that we have got. And let's suppose I want to create a line, horizontal line. So I'll just use a HR tag that will create a is it a self-closing tag? No. It is like this one. Okay, so this will create a distinction. I mean the horizontal line that you see. I think it is also a self-closing tag. I'm not sure. Yes. Yeah, like this. Okay. And also we'll be having something after here, HR tag after each and every section. Okay. All right. Now, after that, I will first of all want to work on my footer, not footer section, but the profile section. Okay, the profile section. So, right, we decided first of all we'll have an image kind of something. Okay, an image, and that image could be anything. Let's suppose do you want an normal image from Google or hmm. Or let me do one thing. Let me first of all add an image src, and let me go to Google. Type any random human image. or let me type Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli. Yeah, participle of the match. I know. How many of you are RCB fans? Copy image link and here I'll paste it. Okay. And now okay. And this all let's suppose it has profile Mumbai Indians. All right. Okay. And after this profile section, I'm wanting to have some kind of code. So let's suppose I could have, let's suppose my name. Okay. Or let me have my name. Take some. And after that, I would have, let's suppose, did cover any advanced hooks till now? Yes, Vishnu, we covered use effect, right? We covered use state. Use state is also hook. So these two hooks, advanced hooks, we have covered, right? Okay. And after my name, let's suppose I want to have some other thing. Let's suppose I write magic. Okay. And I could also have an emoji. Let's suppose magic. I write magic. Okay. Like this. Or let it be H3. Okay, a bit bigger in size. All right. Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me till here? Okay. And okay. Let me have it till here. Let me have it till here now. We'll see what we can do after that. Now, quickly, let's jump to the styling of it. Okay. So, styling, I'm thinking of making the image round first of all. So, I'll come to index.css directly. I'll come to the image. And in image, let's suppose I am wanting to set the height of, let's suppose, 10 rem. Yeah. And what else can I have? Can we have, yeah, we are going to have round image, right? So border radius of 50% if you want it to be round. 50%. Yep, around its shape. And now, okay, let it have it. Let it be this for now. We'll see what we can do after that. All right. And after that, let me come to the experience section. In experience, let's have some company experience that we could have. Okay. So let me come to this experience section, and in that section, let me first of all, I would want a heading, right? So, in profile, let me move. Let me move this section. Okay. And footer and experience. Okay. So I'll write here experience. Okay. And I'll search anything. कुछ नहीं क्या experience कुछ नहीं है. Let's suppose code coding नहीं है. Laptop का होगा हाँ. ठीक है. Experience. And experience I could have, let's suppose पहला experience है, let's suppose Amazon. Okay, I'm typing any random company name. And here I could have what all. So let's suppose paragraph tab. Okay, front end web developer. Acha, by the way, let me also remove this uh, class name because it is coming to the center. Right now it's fine. Take it. Or you wanted, or if you wanted, we can keep it to the middle as well. But for now, let's keep it here. Okay. I'll say front end web developer at Amazon. Okay, Seattle headquarters. Okay, something like this, something like this. And let's choose another experience I wanted to add. Let's suppose Google. Okay, say was part of the QA and testing team at Poland, Warsaw. WARSA. Okay, at Poland, Warsaw. And one more thing we could have here is ठीक है ठीक है and you can go ahead and write your own experience if you want to. Uh, yes. Also, do we get to learn custom hooks? Custom hooks, if you get time. But yeah, most probably. So, use vec hooks and use state hooks are the most widely used. So that's why I've covered those hooks. Custom, if you get time, we can do it. Left and right. Yeah. So initially, what is happening is we had this class name called app that has the default property of the center of the web page. That's why we did it here. Can we use Flexbox? Yes, you can use Flexbox as well. It's up to you, right? Whatever CSS property you want to, you can add. Okay. Can we use all normal CSS features? Yes, obviously. Vishnu, React, you can use anything you want to. You can use normal CSS, you can use Bootstrap, you can use Tailwind, you can use Material UI, anything you want to add. Flexbox, you can use Grid, you can use classes, elements, anything. Okay? Anything that you want. Acha. Uh, let me head over to index.js and let me try to change a bit of a, what do you call, a bit of a styling, right? So, first of all, let me change the background color of body and let me remove all these styles. Okay, a bit better, and let me change a background color to what background color do you want? Aqua white, right? But the image is looking a bit weird. Chalo, we'll see. Okay, and also one thing more, I am thinking of using a font family. So a font family of this maybe. No, not looking good, right? This not looking good. ठीक है. This is looking थोड़ा सा decent. ठीक है. And जो color होगा ना इसमें the color of the text that I want to be as pure black, right? It's already black, I know. It's already black. And uh, what else? What else? What else? Hmm. Acha. We could add a border to an image. We could try. How does it look? Border of, let's suppose, 2 pixels. Solid. Hmm. Aqua. No. Black it ठीक है, but slightest of transparency I would want. Yeah, थोड़ा सा better है. And what if I do it 4 pixels? ठीक है. 4 पिक्सल का थोड़ा सा ठीक लग रहा है. ठीक है. And one thing more, this paragraph, in paragraph, let me give some margin bottom of around 0.5 rem. Right now it's a bit on the upward side. ठीक है. ठीक है. Okay, now with that, let's come to the skill section. Skills में skills. ठीक है. This skills, let me type any keyword related to skills. No, I don't. Can we use this? I don't think so. No. This is an image, yeah. I'm adding, want to add some tools में कुछ मिलेगा क्या? नहीं. हाँ. You can add this skill section. Right? And here in the skill section, what do you want to have? So you can have some what do you say? List of skills that you can have. Right? So you want a list, right? So you can have an order list in that it have list items. Let's suppose Java script. Okay. And I will copy some of these HTML and do HTML, CSS, React, and Python. ठीक है. Python, maybe this. ठीक है. अच्छा. See, in if you were doing it in plain vanilla CSS, extension for inserting these icons. So you press Windows and you press dot. It is pre-built in Windows, right? Press Windows and dot. Acha. So one more important concept in what do you call, in React, you don't use class. If you want to use classes, you have to use a keyword called class name. Yeah, very important concept which I forgot. That is, in React, we don't use class. Instead, we instead we use class name. Okay. If you want to give any CSS to any devs, to any things using class, you don't use class for that. You have to use class name. Okay. I hope I'm very clear with that. And for div, you can only use div. Okay. In React, we give ID the same way as we give in what do you say, HTML. ठीक है, HTML. ठीक है, simple. So here if I come here and if I want to give it some class name, ठीक है, class name equals to, let's suppose, list, and to give it to every class name equals to list, and class name equals to list, class name equals to oh, class name equals to list, and class name equals to list. Or I wanted to, if I wanted to, I could have given to this only. Yeah, my bad. Chalo, now let's do dot class name. Okay, and let me change the color to, let's suppose, blue, or let me set the background color to aqua. Not acha, it's not class name, right? It's what is it? It is list. Okay, so I want to change the color. Color of the text color should be, let's suppose, what? No, no. Let's not change the color. Let's change the font size. Font size to be, let's suppose, larger. हाँ, ठीक है. And font family to be Arial. Nah, not Arial. Not looking good, right? Font family to be Times Room. Yeah. Okay, the font family has to be Times Roman. All right. And also, let me come to the skill section or the profile footer. Huh. So this is the experience section that I have. And let me give it some, let me make it H3 and let me make this H2. No, H4. Color of all H1. What do you want the color to be? Tell me. And this also is of H3. It could be H4. H4. In fact, no. Paragraph is looking okay, right? I can set the font size of paragraph to be a bit different. Utpal says color of all H1 should be blue. I think blue will not look good. Let me try. Email. The first of all, I want to increase the size. The font size should be bit on the medium side. No, not making any difference. Large. Yeah. थोड़ा सा ठीक है. And color you're saying blue. Don't think so. Blue will look good. Is it looking good? Dark brown. Dark brown. ब्राउन तो कुछ है नहीं. ब्राउन तो है. This one? Nah, I don't think so. White won't look good because the background is also light in color, right? So white won't look good. I mean, it's not visible only. Or we can change the. Okay now. Okay now. Or now what we can do is we can have all the what do you say, text with white. So we can have white here. Now all the text will be white. Is this looking better than the previous one? It is now fine. JS क्या ऐड करोगे इसे बताओ. All let's in the heading let it be what you say black, and instead of that let all of that be. ठीक है. तो इसमें let me go to the profile section and h1 to 5. ठीक है. ठीक है. Now let's move ahead. After this we have the footer section, right? So the footer section could have links. The footer section could have links. All right. So thinking of having some links, let's suppose first of all is the LinkedIn, or before that we could have a contact me page. Contact me, right? Contact me. Let me remove this. And here I could have some hrefs. So a href, not this one. Okay, a href, and let's suppose this will be LinkedIn. Right, and okay, let me go to LinkedIn. Let me get my profile link like this one. Okay, this is the LinkedIn that I have, right? And we could have, let's suppose, what one for GitHub, one for GitHub. So go to github.com. Right, now okay, and if you want you can have one for, let's suppose, Instagram. right? And और क्या चाहिए, और क्या होता है? YouTube लगाना, YouTube can also paste YouTube. ठीक है, you can also put YouTube. And so as you can see, they are very stuck to each other, they are very close to each other. Maybe we can give some margin left or padding. ठीक है, you say anything we can give so that it becomes a bit separate from each other. So let me come to index.css, let me open a, and let me give, let's suppose, margin of, I mean, 0.5 REM. Yep, that looks good. And what else? What else? What else? Skills me. Footer. We can also have something like in H1 copyright. Okay. At the rate. Let's not let's okay. And let it be H2 and and here we can have another H3, let's suppose, and developed by can I have some names? Developed by Utpal. Okay. Developed by Utpal and team. Okay. So, and maybe you can give some logo as well. Acha, one thing more. So now if I click on LinkedIn, it will land onto my LinkedIn page, but it is opening on the same page, right? I want to, like, I want that whenever I can click on any of the anchor links, a new page should open up, right? So for that, we have a property we call that is called as target underscore blank. So if I use target equals to underscore blank, now it will open up. Now instead of that, it will open up on a new page, right here, target underscore blank. So it is okay. Now if I click on LinkedIn, it is opening on a new page, right? And here also I'll provide it on every anchor links. Let's suppose I have target is underscore blank, target equals to underscore blank, and target equals to underscore blank. Okay. Now all of the page will have open up on a new whole new tab. They just says, so this is only HTML portfolio. We are using React in this project only to create components. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And what else do you guys think can add on to this one? Sir, above I have asked you something. It's done now. What? Fine. Let's add some JS. What do you want to add in the JS file? Let me know. Huh? JS what do you want to have in the JS part of? Because this is simple portfolio, right? What extra functionality would you want to have? Acha, tell me one thing. Is it looking good in the left part, or is it is looking good in the the middle of the page. So let's suppose if I have something here in app.js, div class name equals to app. It was app or it was app? Yeah, it was app. Nah, okay. Let me take the right. This is okay on left part. Okay. Uh, it is more focused on HTML CSS. Yes. So the difference here is that in HTML CSS, if you want to create a same project, right? We used to what? We used to have all the what do you say? All the part in the same file. But my whole point of using React on this portfolio was so that you can get to know the importance of each and every component. Okay, each and every component now has a different section. The point being now, if you want to edit or if you want to make some change, if you want to make any changes here, you can easily create a create a change on the single component and you can change it. You don't need to check the whole code. Okay, looks good. I will tailor it to my needs once I get the code. Yeah. So I'll upload the code onto GitHub and I'll share it with the team. They will let me upload the code onto GitHub as well. Make a new repository. Acha. So I already have a repository, right? Yesterday. So I'll just do yeah, this one. Yeah, this one only. So I'm just pushing the code onto this repo, right? You guys check the updated repo. So I'll use git add dot git commit fm portfolio project and I'll use get push. Okay. Now the link that has been shared to you on chat box, just go into that link and right here you'll have a React demo repository. Inside that you will have a portfolio repository, and this is the portfolio project that you have here. Okay. We should the download button also will take some external libraries for that, right? That will be get that will be getting complicated, so we don't have that much of time. So most probably we'll implement that in some other project that we get, right? Most probably in the React session that we have, we'll do that feature. Okay. Ganesh, I hope you got the link, right? Sir, can you see my message below? But to Vamsi. Uh, right. So, acha, ठीक है. The custom one. I asked for custom hook to pass data from child to. Acha, ठीक है. So now you're saying that you have to pass. So while using prop, you can pass the data from the parent to child, right? But if you are using prop, or if you're using, let's suppose, context API, that is limited to only that is limited to not that is limited to only adding what do you say only passing data from a parent to a child, but not vice versa. Okay. Yeah. Now there's a separate technique for that. Okay. I'll show you. Let me just see. Let me just show it to you how to pass data from child to parent in React. ठीक है. देखो. There are several ways for that. How to pass from child. Let's see this one. And the most common one is the callback method, right? So we'll see. देखो. What have they done is, Utpal, see carefully. What have they done is, uh, this is a simple React component, app.js file. They have a parent component, right? And this is the parent component that they have. They have made a state. I hope you know what is the state. Right? This is a message, const choose message, and they are setting the state to a message here. Okay. Now, this is the return part. Whatever message is there, it will be shown onto the screen, onto the browser. And this. child choose message equals to choose message. So this data, this is the child component that they have. Okay, this is the child component that they have, and that they have made a prop. Its key is choose prop and its value is choose message. Same message that you have here. Sorry, that you have here. Where is that? Yeah, this one. So they have passed a function inside a prop, right? Now they have this function child message, right? They are doing some operations, let message equals to goodbye, and return on a click of a button. What are they doing? They are calling out this component with the message that they want to call out, right? So by using a callback, they are successfully sending this data onto the parent child. That was not there initially, right? But now by using a prop as a function, you are setting yours. This data is in the parent, right? Parent component. But now here you are setting it to into the child component by invoking this function choose message. And where is choose message? It is in the parent component. Whatever callback you are passing here, it is coming. It is directly coming to this function. Got it, Utpal? And you can also go through this link. Okay, you can also go through this link. I'll add this link here. I think the team will paste it in the chat box. So if they do, you can go through this link. And there are also many ways apart from that. So if you come here, this is also the callback method. So mostly the callback functions are used for that. While you pass it to, you make a function and you pass it in the form of an argument. Okay, that's how we do it. So with that being said, be prepared for the quiz, right? You'll be having a quiz session now after some time. I'm wondering what advantage doing portfolio project in React. I know we need to know how HTML needs to be applied. Plus, you got to know how to use a component, right? How to divide your code into smaller chunks. How to divide your code into component, right? How to use a component. How to reuse a component. See, if I want, I can use the same component. Let's suppose I have this component here, and let's suppose I want to call it again. Okay, I'm not copying the whole code. I'm just copying the component. So here the experience section will be called out twice. Okay, it's not loading. Acha, I have closed it. Let me start it again. npm start. Okay, so this is how you reuse a component. The main idea behind this was to see the component reusability and to use components in every phase of your life if you're using React, right? In the upcoming sessions on React, we will be doing some more complicated projects, right? Most probably a to-do application or some weather fetching application by using use effect. But for now, we only have this, right? So if you get comfortable with this project, if you know how to manage your components, if you know how to manage your CSS in your components, I think then you'll be ready to work on some more advanced topics and more advanced components, and we'll be for sure having those planned in the future bootcamps, right? चलो ठीक है चलो now let's get ready for the quiz, right? Give me 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes we'll be starting with the quiz, right? Okay, now you'll be having a quiz session, right? Just give us some time. Anam will be coming and she'll be possibly sharing her screen with that. And then we start off with the quiz. And also, those of you who are not with your correct username, those of you who are not with the correct username, I would strongly suggest you to enter the chat with the usernames as well, so that we can get to know your username. And then, if you are a winner, we can distribute the coupons and also have a correct email ID there, right? I That is for easier recognition of you. If you are not coming with a proper username, then you might on lose with the coupon. So please make sure to enter the correct email ID and correct username if you want to be eligible for the prizes, right?
So, is my screen visible clearly?
Yes, yes, Anna.
Yeah. And is my voice lacking?
No, it's proper.
Okay then. Yeah, guys. So today we'll play again quiz for the React.js Essential Bootcamp, and make sure to log in with your email ID or the name with matches to it, or your YouTube name, through which you chat in the comment box. And the first winner will get the free Java DSA course, and the second will get 3,000 discount, and the third one will get rupees 1,000 discount. So yeah, let's start the game. You can go to kahoot.it, or else you can scan this code. Yeah, you can go to kahoot.it use this game pin or scan this code and directly taken to that account page. Game is.
Yes, guys. So please
I don't
scan
know.
this
It should
code,
say.
right?
Yeah.
Please scan this code and please enter the pin that you see on your screen, right? It's 6132593. All right,
I will share this code in the YouTube comment box also.
right.
Certificate you will get at the end of this session when we wind up the session. You will at after 8 o'clock. You will get the certificate.
Vishnu, if you're not interested, you can give it amongst your friends, right? Have someone, maybe have your relatives or your cousins. You can give them the course link. Okay? It's up to you. If you want, you can also use them, or you can save it for some future references.
Ganesh, go to kahoot.it. there you will get to there you can paste this game pin and you will be directly taken to the page means game, or else you can
Yes.
scan the
First,
code.
go to Kahoot.it and scan the QR code or enter the pin. It will directly.
No, Vishnu, you can't. You will only get for a Java DSA course. No, Ramesh, nothing else to do. I will start the game, then you have to answer it. It's like fastest fingers first, so try to answer the question with the minimum seconds. Shall I start the game, guys? While entering the name instead of full email ID, you can write the first like username for your email ID. So, guys, shall I start? Who all are joining? Where is this your name related to your email ID or YouTube username?
Ganesh
Okay,
is saying
Ganesh,
wait.
waiting. Utpal, have you entered the game pin? Guys, shall I start? Utpal, Ganesh, start. Okay. Who is done? Okay, guys. So whoever will be the top three, please share your after the game. Please share your email ID in the comment box, so that we will send you the coupon code directly on your mail.
So, guys, please answer questions and please do not share the answers in the chat box, right? Please answer all the questions. So, what do you mean by React, right? We got four options: programming language, JS library for building UI, a database management system, or a server-side network.
Guys, you will be having only 20 seconds. Shake
Okay,
करी
it also shows the scoreboard. Okay, what do you mean by JSX in React? I hope you have covered this concept, right? Syntax extension for JS, package manager for React, a built-in tool for optimization React code, or a styling framework for React components.
Third one.
Yeah, what is the purpose of virtual DOM? I think we covered it today only, right? To improve the performance of HTML elements, to handle routing, to manage states and props, to provide a visual representation of a component. ये
Guys,
तो आज ही
hurry
किया है.
up. 5 seconds left. Refresh your page, Bhavna.
Vishnu is leading this group. What is the purpose of states? To store and manage data, to define the structure of React, to handle the user interactions, or to define the initial prop.
Sir, I think there is some issue with the students.
Yeah, some of them are saying that it is showing only the icon, but I'm seeing all the questions. Utpal, try to refresh the page if it is possible. Vishnu also, Bhavna, Narendra, Vishnu, and Utpal are having the issue.
Or else your net
I
issue
have,
will be there.
yeah, most probably you guys have an internet connection because it is proper in my end.
Might be you have entered late or left from the game and now it's not letting you in.
Yeah, most probably yes. I'm giving answers by your screen only. I have reloaded 3 times. Most probably that, it might be a case that you guys not have entered. Uh, just a second.
In how in React, how can you pass data from a parent component to a child component? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hmm. By using props, right? We did it yesterday only. How do you pass a child data from one component to another by using props?
Next
Chalo.
question, guys.
How do you handle events? How do you handle events? By defining event listeners, by using a non-click, by attaching event listeners in the component, or all of the above. How do you handle all sorts of events? Let's suppose on click let's suppose you have an on change. How do you do that?
All of the above.
Hmm. ठीक है. I think still Vishnu is leading the leaderboard. What is the significance of use effect? We did it today only, right? It is used to handle side effects. It is used to define the initial state. It is used to handle user input, and it is used to define the structure of a React component. Let's see who get this right.
Right. Vishnu Bahadur. How
Vishnu
can you
Ramesh and
pass
Narendra.
data? Arey, the same question. It's the same question, na sir?
No, no, it's different. It's from child to parent. It was parent to child in the previous one. Okay, how do you pass data from child to parent? I think Utpal has a doubt. We cleared it, right? How do you do that? Yes, by using a callback function. We did it just half an hour before, right?
Vishnu is at top. Second last question. What is the role of the key prop in React list?
It specifies the position, it helps identify and track the changes, it determines the order of the list, or it sets the styling of each item. Tell me.
Vishnu Bahadur is still at the top. And guys, this is the last question. So, what is the purpose of the React router DOM library in React?
Right. What is the purpose of React Outer DOM, right? To handle server-side rendering, to manage the state, to create a dynamic and nested routing, or to provide utility functions for manipulating React. This is a tricky question, but I hope you guys will be able to answer that.
So the winner,
Okay, so on
third one is
third we
Yagna
have
Priya.
Yagna Priya, right? Second is
And
Ramesh, and first is
KR Varun, Vishnu Bahadur. These all winners, please enter your email ID in the chat box, please, right now. We'll share, drop the coupon code in your, directly to your mail ID, and you can use it for Java DSA. Vishnu will get free for
right.
Java DSA course. Ramesh will get 3,000 rupees off, and Yagna Priya will get 1,000 rupees off. So please, guys, share your email ID on the chat box. If you write your full gmail at the rate.com, that it won't get visible to us. So just write your first username of a Gmail ID.
Right. So very well done, Vishnu. You are the top of the list, and I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope you'll use the coupon in some sort of way, right? Please, if you do not want to use it,
Vishnu
make sure to
Bahadur,
gift it to your friends, colleagues, whoever wants it.
KRK Varun, and Yagna Priya. Priya, please share your email ID.
I can use it. Yes, you can
Yeah,
use it,
yeah.
right?
Vishnu, you will get, you are the first one, so you will get free Java DSA course. We'll share you the coupon code in your mail. Priya, please share your email ID. Yeah. Okay, guys. So we'll share you the coupon code. Thank you so much for being with us and playing. And guys, those who ever didn't got to play, will meet in the next essential bootcamp, which is Python. We'll play there again on day 2 and day 3. So you can get chance again to play the game. Congratulations, guys, Vishnu, Ramesh, and Priya. So we are winding up the session. Hope sir has. I will stop sharing my screen. Guys, sir, shall we wind up the session?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think I hope you guys enjoyed the session, right? At least you got to learn the gist of React. Why do we use React? And what is the purpose of using React? So next time, if someone asks you, "Have you done React?" you can confidently say that yes, I have done React, right? So thank you for being a patient listeners, and thank you for cooperating as well. I hope you got to learn a lot, right? And please make sure to do the assignments as well on time. Okay. So that was pretty much all. Anam, you have to say something.
And guys, you can download the certificate now from that one link. You will get to generate it now. If you have any
Okay.
doubts, you
Thank you,
can
everyone.
ask, or we'll end the session.
Yeah, we'll submit assignment. Please do submit your assignment. Thank you, Diksha. Thanks, Fahad. Thanks, Diana. Thanks, Vishnu. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.